Hey, so today I'm in Soup Branch, Newfoundland, down by where I pretty well grew up to, and we're looking at some old remains of an old steam engine or something. I always wondered what it was, but not quite sure of it, but it looks pretty cool, and I'll get to it there now. So here it is. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it did have spindles on it, which got me. It's really weird. And it's definitely very old. Some old barbed wire in the back. It used to be a cow field across the road over here years ago. Erie Engine Works. Erie, Pennsylvania. Really cool. And that's been there since before my time because, like I said, I pretty well grew up out here and it's always been here. And I'm in my 40s now, so. Beautiful spot around here, too. And right here where all these posts are sticking up, there used to be an old mill. I wish I would have got that on video before it got tore down. But that got tore down about, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. So there's nothing left remaining of that. Which is too bad because it was a really, really old antique building. Looks like some kind of old jack post here. And I take a walk down the water while I'm here, it's just as well. Spent a lot of time down here when I was a kid. I used to go swimming down here all the time. And there was actually a cabin across the river too, but that got burned down years ago. This is what they call Winter's Pool. Beautiful spot. There used to be a diving board right there years ago. We used to dive off of that. Try to break our necks. Fun times. And over across the water you can see an old wagon wheel, yeah. There used to be two there, and the foundation is still over there too from that cabin, but she's long gone now. I remember inside the cabin they had the ceiling done with egg cartons, which was different, but it was pretty cool looking. But again, it's a beautiful spot here, yeah.
Good spot for fishing.
Yeah, there's salmon in here. Still in Soup Branch, and here's another old gas pump. I'm guessing late 60s, early 70s. I don't want to go on the land there because it's private property, but pretty cool. Alright, so now we're just down in Soup Branch, just past Soup Branch, going towards Port aux Basques. And I must have passed this car 1,000 times and never did stop and look at it. But it's right on the side of the highway, as you can see, because we're parked on the highway there. And from what I've been hearing from everybody else, this is a Mercury Meteor. In late to mid 60s maybe. Looks like the engine is right there. There's been a bit of a story about this car. I don't know whether or not it's true, but I heard that there were some young fellas driving through and the car leaked a bit of oil, and they were getting really low on oil. But they were also smokers, and between the three of them, they had enough for either a pack of smokes or a quart of oil. And as you can see, you know what they went for. So, whether or not that story is true, I don't know, but it's a pretty cool story. Nonetheless, here's a piece of the trim. This car was buried in wet brush pretty bad, but this summer highway equipment came through and cleared all the brush, so now she's open up to the elements again. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's probably still some good little pieces of trim here and there for a feller, but she's pretty well done for. I don't know how long it's been here, but it's been here a long time. It was definitely a pretty cool looking car. But that's the remains of her. She's been picked clean for sure. Jeez, that front bumper is still not in bad shape, really. Most of the front grille is there too, which is amazing. She even got trees going through the floor. I guess it's safe to say the floor is not in mint condition anymore. Oh, and the rear windows even had roll down windows, huh? That's cool.
Still works.
And it still works, yeah. Wicked. Alright, so I'm out in Heatherton, and I don't want to go on people's property without their permission, but found an old C10, maybe C20, 3/4 ton, and an old farm tractor. I like to get over to get close-ups of it, but a lot of people are unapproachable these days, so I'm gonna just shoot it from here a little bit. Okay, so we're a little further down the road in Heatherton, and came across this old, what looks to be a GMC in the 50s. Yeah, she got the vents on the side there, so she's definitely a Chev or GMC pickup. Motor's still in it, straight 6. Throw a bit of oil in her, she'll probably still run. She's gone pretty far though, she's pretty rough shape. But still a cool little truck. She wasn't a 5-window though. Chassis still there. Pretty cool. So, right across from that Chev, there's a couple of old vehicles over there. It's on someone's property, so I can't really go over there. Old GMC, and that yellow one, I don't know what that is. Looks like something from the 50s though. Maybe 40s. Not sure. Alright, so I'm on one of my buddy's property out towards Robinson's area. It's private property, but he told me to go ahead and I can take a look. So I'm going to videotape what I shows in here. It looks like there is some pretty cool stuff around, so I get footage of what I can. Alright, so this first one, there's not much left to her, but it's an old Volkswagen bug frame. I know that because of the X's in the center part of the frame. But she's not much left to this one. Still one seat there, and jeez, there's really not much left to her. And over here, this is a Chev square body. Amazingly, it's got a pretty good dash in it, which is very strange considering there's nothing left to the rest of it. Get around the other side of it. Oh, she's a little rough going through the woods here, but no motor in her by the looks of it, I don't think. There's the front of her. There's the car right next to her with round taillights. Huh. Maybe an Impala? Maybe an Impala. And over here, we got something that's really old. Wow, I I have no idea what this is, but from the 40s, I'm guessing, early 50s maybe. A little flathead, yeah, so I'd say 40s, I'm guessing. That's cool. Not enough left for me to recognize, though. Here's some patina. Oh, this is cool. I don't see any other ones around, but I'm going to check around a bit more. Because you never know. If there's this many, there should be more around too. So this is the front of that car. Straight six car, whatever it was. I'd love to know what this is. Or was. Just because the taillights. I don't know. It almost looks like Impala taillights to me, but I'm not sure. And there's no badges or nothing left on her. So it's really hard to tell. Yeah. There's not enough there to know what it is. Alright, so here's the next one. Another straight six car, whatever it was. She's a 4-door. Has minor surface rust on her. That'll buffer it out though. Oh, what a cool dash in her. That's nice. It's a Ford.
It looks like an old Impala.
Ford Fairlane. Yeah, she's a Ford Galaxy, Ford Fairlane, I'm guessing. They had really cool looking taillights in them. Love to look at those.
Nice steering wheel.
Yeah, steering wheel and dash looks really nice in it. Okay, I think I'm a little confused now, as that looks like a Volkswagen rim to me for some reason. Or no, maybe it could be like a Ford Escort style. My God, is that ever rust? But it's a rear-wheel drive car, whatever this is. I'm guessing Ford Escort maybe, or Ford EXP. Then again, I thought they were front-wheel drive, but I could be wrong, I guess. Transmission in her. Standard by the looks of it. It was a small car, whatever it was. Small rear-wheel drive. Or maybe Pinto? Pinto or Mercury Bobcat maybe? That's also a possibility too. Alright. On to the next ones. There's still some more over here. Okay, this was a small pickup truck. I'm guessing probably Datsun, I think. Yeah, it looks like Datsun rims because they're small 6-bolt pattern. Datsun pickup. Look at that. Rear end still there. Dry shaft might have a little wobble into her, but it's not bad. After finding 3 or 4 of these trucks now across Newfoundland, they never did hold up good, as the metal just used to eat right out on it. And over here, next to that, I have an old school bus. I think this one is pretty old by the looks of it. 70s maybe? Just because of the side door on it. That do look pretty old. Well, the battery's still there, so she should start. She should start, yeah. Oh, she's gone pretty bad.
Side, especially you kick the side, probably put the foot down through it.
Alright. Found some more rigs. Start with this one. Old single axle. She had her days, that's for sure. Old Jeep there, which is rotted worse than most of the other vehicles here. She's really rough. I suppose if you squint, she's mint, but old Chev, C60 I guess. And this looks like it's a Ford, 85, 86, somewhere around there. Yeah, around there. That looks like the side off a van there. Chev van. And here we have a S10 Blazer. She was a 2-door one. Oh, and there's more back in the woods there too. Nice, I gotta get to them now in a minute. Okay, now walking back to the woods more. 4 Buicks? Oh. Let's see if I can get my way around here. No, this is Le Mans. Yeah, Pontiac Le Mans. This is Oldsmobile. Almost looks like the Chevy Nova style. But she's, yeah, she's Oldsmobile. No motor. Not a whole lot left to her. But she's still recognizable. See if there's anything on the back of her. Oh, not really. Okay, back over to the Le Mans. I actually did like the look of these cars back in the day. Huh. Surprisingly, the back window is not smashed. And there's nothing left of the car. Old Oz FM sticker in the back window. It's pretty cool. Haven't seen one of those stickers in quite a few years. And there's the front of her. Definitely was a nice looking car. And next to it, that looks almost like a Buick Skylark. Maybe? I'm not sure. I gotta get closer to find out here. I'm still not sure what it is. Is there any badges on this one, Jerry?
No, this one here,
Yeah.
Mega.
This could be a Pinto too. It's possible. Park light's still in her.
Looks like a Dodge steering wheel,
Yeah, I'll get around the other side there now. I'll pause this. Alright, so this is the other side of this car. Hey, that do look like a Dodge window crank and Dodge door handle.
Even the panel.
Yeah, even the steering wheel does look like a Dodge, eh? Wow. So what is this? What am I looking at here? A Dodge. Jeez, I'm not sure. Don't look like a Dodge Colt or anything. But it is a Dodge. Wow. See if I can get a look at the back of it here again. Not enough there to recognize it. Leaf spring's gone right up through her. And over next to it, I knows what this is. It's an Oldsmobile Omega. About 80, 81.
Yeah, sticker.
Omega sticker still on her yet. I know this because my parents had one of these cars back in the day when we were in Ontario. Owns a wheel. She's a convertible now. There's part of the grill. I'm really curious as to what this car is. It's definitely a Dodge. Like, even looking at the outside door handle now, I can tell this Dodge. I'm just confused at what the car is.
Even the front fender looks like a Dodge.
Oh, she's definitely a Dodge, yeah. Right, so next came across what appears to be a two-door Ford Escort, which is nothing spectacular, but it is standard. Keys are still in the ignition, and there's one really cool factor about this car, which I'll get around to. It's a diesel. I haven't seen any of these before in my life, but I guess they did make them. It's definitely Ford, so it has to be an Export, EXP, something along those lines. So, and next to it, there's something that was yellow here. Probably just a piece of equipment, I'm guessing. I don't know. Not enough there to tell. And over here, I'm pretty sure this is a Pontiac Grand Prix. Had a really nice looking grill in the front. Beautiful grill. This is probably the most complete car I've seen here so far, besides the engine, but still intact. And I'll get to the back of her and get the taillights in the video. Was a nice car, definitely. .350V. Drum brakes on the front. Cool car. And just back over here, there's all kinds of stuff lying around here, everywhere. Over there, that one that's upside down, that's a Volkswagen Jetta. Nothing spectacular, so I'm not going to really bother videoing it. There's that Jeep. The Jeep is probably rusted out worse than the Nissan pickups around here. She's rough. There's like 3, maybe 4 of these pickups here. Old Datsun Nissan pickups. Oh, this one used to have a cool paint job on it at one time. I'm pretty sure I remember this truck from years ago. I'm almost positive. And it was a really nice looking truck back in the day. That was back in the 90s. See if I can see anything on the door here. Yeah, she had the stripes on the door and everything. She was a nice looking truck. I remember this. It's nice to see something that you remember from years ago that's still around, even if there isn't much left to it. There's another panel off of it. Had a really cool paint job.